open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor, I can take it.
Get the chocks out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Rum, rum.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Oh, what heights will hit? On with the show, this is it.
Doesn't matter what you say or the action that you take. This is done without your will for the problems that you made. You're the knight of the just house of Aragorn, legions all around you. Different things you cannot change in the darkness that's inside you.
Hello and welcome. The doctor is indeed in. What was it Fraser Crane used to say? This is Dr. Fraser Crane and I'm listening. Yeah, okay, whatever. That was either too good or too cheesy to be real. I don't know which. If you ask me why I'm streaming right now at this particular time, hi Fenta, the answer is because I want to. I just felt like it. I've been working since before the sun came up. I needed a break. I watched, I missed what I wanted to see this morning. I wanted to see Mike Barron on Fox and Friends, but it slipped my mind and I missed it. So I was watching, Well-Read's Unzipped, where they were talking about the drama with, Gabe Altib and Dave Williams, I think, are the parties involved. And I almost titled this stream, When You're Too Uninformed to Have an Opinion or to Participate in the Drama. And that's me. I fly deliberately beneath the radar in this community in that I'm, it sounds so cheesy when people say I don't do drama, I avoid drama. I do consciously try to avoid that BS. But a lot of it just escapes me because I don't live on the internet. I don't check Twitter, Facebook, and all that stuff a million times a day. So I'm often out of the loop. Yeah, you too, Fanta. I just don't know what's going on. And I don't even know all the clowns in the circus. Somebody give me a little program and let me know who's who. And maybe that'll help me one day. Who knows? Hey, Tree Goblin. Good to see you, buddy. So I don't know the cast of characters, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to do a rare thing where I voice an opinion on a drama. I don't know who's right and who's wrong between Gabe and Dave, and I don't have a dog in that fight. People will say, well, it affects the whole community. Yeah, maybe. But what community? My community is my friends and the people that I have found in this bigger community that I picked and choose from to say, hey, these are good people. I like them. Hey, Stephen, good to see you, buddy. Let's see. I don't like drama for real. I see what goes on and try to keep it. Yeah. But all I was going to say was to Gabe, if you're right about everything you said, you really went scorched earth on dude, and that just wasn't really a good look. Just not my thing. But I did enjoy the stream. The drama that I will comment on strongly is this Daily Cause attack on Mike Barron, which was complete BS. It was literally a salt the earth campaign, posting a fallacious article about his book being racist and whatever, when the protagonist of the book is a Cuban American who's not fighting against a particular race. He's fighting against a particular crime. So I wish the best of luck to Mike Barron, and I can't remember the dude's name now. That was the other associated person on that. I spoke with him. I'm blanking on it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Stop doing this stuff. Just don't do it. I'm sure somebody somewhere at some point will come after each and every one of us for something we've said, done, or been a part of in our lives. The internet is just like an amplifier for bullshit. That's all I'm saying. It was Goebbels, I think, that said, if you tell a lie long enough, loud enough, and often enough, or loudly enough, I may be misquoting, the people will believe it. Is there truth in that? Yeah, absolutely. But having said that, that's all the drama I got in me. Because I literally, when I wake up in the morning, the drama, I'm aware, is not going to put food on my table. It's not going to pay the light bills. It's not going to do anything for me. Doesn't help me in any way. So why be involved in it? I'm not, you see what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it. What I am going to do is take care of my family, do my work, and keep a positive attitude about life, because what else can you do? And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So my question to you guys in the chat, and thank you for tuning in, by the way, God bless you, is how is your day? Is this really a Monday? Is it really Monday? Because here's the point. When you're self-employed, there's no such thing as a weekend. Monday is the weekend is not a big event for me, and Monday is not a big event for me. I work for me. So all days are the same. And I rarely give myself a day off. Even on days where I go, you know what? Today's a good day for me to just kick back and do nothing. It doesn't work that way. I can't make it long into that day before I'm up doing work on the book, on commissions, on whatever it may be. That's just me. Because I think it was instilled into me at a young age, and you guys tell me if you were too. My parents were like, anytime you're not availing yourself of the opportunity to work toward your goals, you're wasting time. And so I always feel guilty about downtime. Like I remember I took a vacation back in 2012. This is when I was still practicing. Tacy and I went down to the Low Country where I'm from, the beaches down there, and we stayed for a week. And it was just beautiful. It's fantastic. I love being down there. But the whole time I'm there, I'm thinking about my caseload of patients that I'm working on and going through them in my mind. It's always there. It never leaves you when you just have a strong work ethic. I don't know. Am I the only one? Somebody tell me. Coffee, by the way, it does a body good. Gary Phillips, shout out to you aboard Narrowboat Chuckabug. Thank you as always for your friendship, for inspiring me to want to come by a narrowboat and live in the ditches. You hear that? My 40-pound puppy is out there. Oh, it's a chicken this time. She's barking at a chicken. Anyway, here's an update for you. Oh, here's a page I'm working on right now. This was this morning's and yesterday afternoon's work. This is Elizabeth going into protective custody and a mysterious phone call made to the mobsters. It's not a spoiler. There's a tip-off as to where she's located, and the mob is after her. So it was a necessary addition to the book as I'm editing a roughly 90 to 100 page book down into 3 segments. You can't have a story arc that looks like this in a trilogy. It's got to be 3 waves. So there's some editing that has to happen, and that's what I'm doing. I shortened some scenes. I'm expanding others. I wanted to end book 1 on a particular note. I got with Anthony Romano, Dark Gift. You know him, you love him, or you hate him. Who cares? He is my publisher, and he was a good sounding board. We bounced ideas off of each other for where we wanted to end book 1, and got it perfect. So it's going to be a great book. You're going to enjoy it. If you haven't signed up yet, the link is in the description to head over to Indiegogo and sign up. But that's all the shilling I'm going to do, because I'm not good at shilling. I'm just not good at it. Anyway, I'm going to pin the link just as soon as I figure out how. Every time I do this, I have to remember. How do you do this? Oh, yes, there it is. We pause ourselves, and then we do this, do this, do that. We do this. Yeah, I think Anthony's good people. All right, the link is pinned at the top, and you're welcome. Just come out, hang out, have some coffee, have some brunch, whatever it is you're doing. Just come on out and chill with us. There will be no topic, just it's Monday, and I work for me, so it's just another day. Hello, Stephen B.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, buddy, how are you?
Oh, well, I thought, in case when we get on camera.
Yes, you know I'm going to insist on that.
Huh?
You know I'm going to insist on that.
So, and since it is the seasons.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Fanta.
I thought it would make it a little bit more fun.
Okay. This is my seasonal attire right here, Stephen. I live in a constant state of denial. In my mind, I am always in Tahiti. Just saying. So how are you today, Stephen?
I was doing all right.
You were?
I'm still doing all right, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I was doing all right till I came on your stream, you fucker.
Yeah, it was about like 4 hours ago. I got the message that of what happened
About
Private American.
Oh yeah. I was on I can't remember whose stream I was on. It was with RJ on Critical Blast, and one of I think the publishers of Private American was on there, and they were talking about it, and I got to speak with them directly. And I think ultimately, it's just it sounds so like such a trope to say, but good will triumph over evil. You know?
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I was going to start a draw stream, and I was going to ask you, and I was going to ask you if you wanted to join.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know why, but it feels like that on the stream I should talk about this.
Yeah. For those that don't know, if you're watching this and you somehow are not aware, Mike Barron is a 40-year comic veteran writer, Eisner Award winner. He has done a independent comic book called Private American about an American citizen who is of Cuban descent. Pardon me while I die. And he's fed up with seeing the human traffickers, the murderers, the rapists, the kidnappers, and the gang members on the southern border. So he goes down to fight that evil. A company, I guess, called Daily Cause, KOZ, wrote a malicious and feloniously false review calling the book racist and Mike Barron a racist and all, the usual things they call anyone who is even slightly right of center.
I feel like that's all they can come up with because after seeing the trailer a couple of times, which actually is kind of one of the best trailers I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. That's all there is the trailer.
Yeah.
Daily Kos has not read the book because the book's not available to be read yet, so they have no idea what the book.
But you can tell that by the looks of the trailer, it's not racist at all.
No. Well, they went further, and they called on all of their screeing, blue-haired, freaking social justice warrior soy creatures to do a flagging campaign against Mike Barron's book, and it was taken down from Indiegogo where it was funding. So it got a little worse in that it turns out the person at Daily Kos is, in fact, a co-publisher or co-creator of another book that's funding on Indiegogo, which makes it tortious interference with a business.
So basically, he was trying to take out the competition by calling one book racist,
which is a civil crime. You can't do that. So hopefully, Stephen, they'll take appropriate legal action and win. And when they do, that needs to be very, very public so that these soy creatures on the left learn their lesson. If you're right about something and you have the moral high ground, you don't have to lie.
Right.
So if you think you're right, why would you lie? Why wouldn't you just...
I actually found the interview from Fox. If you want to show it on here.
No, I'm not going to because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But if you link it to me, I would love to watch it later. Just message it to me, and we're on Facebook, right?
We're on Twitter.
Okay, hook it up on Twitter for me. DM it to me.
Right.
IMs, DMs, PMs, just an M at this point. Yeah, the wah, man. This soy-infested foo-foo people culture. I'm just, I'm sorry. I keep visualizing in my head a fantasy world where all of those leftoid wokeists are teleported back to the year 1984, and they arrive there, and they start espousing the stuff they espouse now, and the glorious ass beatings that would take place from the culture that existed in 1984. Oh, hell no, you did not try that shit here. I mean, we were pretty merciless about being a foo-foo person. That doesn't mean gay, by the way. There were people we knew were gay. We just left them alone. We're talking about foo-foo soy people. There weren't many of them, but those that did exist, they were brilliantly educated by the culture about why they were wrong. Let me see. Oh, I'm getting blown up in the chat here. I didn't realize I was getting messages. My little thing wasn't dinging. Oh, maybe. Okay. Bear with me just a second while I catch up on this. Oh, Stephen.
What?
I just got to your message. Yes, I will jump on your stream with you later. I was going through all those messages. It was like there were 12 of them in a row that I didn't even see that all just popped up. Hello, TJ. Good to see you. How are things over in the lovely UK other than cold, wet, gray, and miserable, just like it is here in the deep south? It is. What's it doing in Florida for temperature, Stephen?
It's a little bit cold, but it's not snowing cold.
Well, that's not an actual temperature, but okay.
Yeah. Well, it's. Where's my phone?
It is 40 degrees and overcast here in South Atlanta.
1 second.
Thursday night, it's supposed to get cold, and there's supposed to be freezing rain/ice build up. And a friend of mine said, "Are you going to be okay down there? Because I live in a bowl-shaped valley. To get out of my neighborhood, I have to literally drive uphill in any direction."
It's 72 degrees here.
What's that?
It's 72 degrees here.
It's what?
72 degrees here.
72 degrees. Oh my God, that sounds so good. That's not cold, Stephen. That's not cold. That's beautiful. That's sit outside in a loud Hawaiian shirt and sip a margarita kind of weather, or coffee, whichever you prefer. It's quite
well. I think it was like yesterday. It was like 60 something degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been, as usual, it stays pretty warm in the South, but winter has definitely arrived now. And as I was saying, so that's 53. You're warmer than we are over there, TJ. Like I said, I live in the bottom of a bowl valley, so any way I go, there are 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 ways out of the little valley. All of them are steeply uphill. If those roads freeze, no big deal. But if they freeze and the power goes out, that's a big deal, because then I'll be down here with no way to get out and go somewhere warm. And I don't have a fireplace. I need one, but I don't have one. The addition we're building on the house, hopefully next year, we'll have a fireplace. It's warmer there because it's foggy. Yeah. Yep. A lot of people don't know that. Fog traps warmth.
And moisture.
Yeah. So anyway, having said that, if for some reason I vanish around Thursday, y'all pray for me. I'll be iced in. It's happened before. I got iced in at a Waffle House one time. Did I ever tell you that story, Stephen? The answer is no. I haven't.
No.
So it's when I was in college. I went to Waffle House. I used to always go because I went to school at night, 5 hours a night at Mercer University, twice a week. And I would go to Waffle House with my laptop, back when laptops were about that thick. Mm-hmm. And I would rent a booth for the night for the price of a cup of coffee. You could pay for a cup of coffee, get endless refills, you could smoke, and I would sit in the back booth and I would work on my homework or my projects or whatever. And I loved it. So anyway, I was there and we got iced in and nobody knew, right? But it sits on a major highway, and I had noticed, kind of in hindsight, wow, the traffic's really slowed down out there. There's not. So then I got ready to go. And mind you, we get out of school at like 9:30 or 10. So I was there till midnight. So I'm getting ready to leave, and my car won't, it sits in a little recessed bowl. You got to go up to get out of the parking lot. Nope. I couldn't get out. And I slid backwards. Like, well, son of a bitch. I'm stuck at the Waffle House. I really was. So I just parked and I went back inside, and I thought, well, you don't see a lot of skeletons in Waffle House booths, so obviously I won't die here. So I went in, and then the power went out. And the cook, who is the manager at night, said, well, our protocol says any meat we've got pulled, we have to cook it up. It's use it or lose it, Man, I got to eat. They fed me. I had steak. Well, just needless to say, I had a whole hell of a lot of whatever the hell I wanted. And they have a way of making coffee on the grill. So the coffee kept coming, and I just stayed there. I ended up sleeping with my head down on the booth until the morning, and it thawed out, and then we got out of there. So it was kind of cool. The National Weather Service, by the way, TJ, I'm pretty sure you guys don't have Waffle House over there. It's just a 24-hour breakfast place that never closes. The National Weather Service has the Waffle House Index for how bad a weather condition is. if a Waffle House is operating at level orange, which means they chain the doors open so there's ventilation so they can run the grill and they're cooking, that's level orange. If a Waffle House actually closes, that's I think a code black. It means that the world is ending. Armageddon is upon you. When they open a Waffle House, they bury the keys in the concrete outside the door because the theory is it never closes. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe somebody could tell me. But anyway, yeah, Waffle House code black. If a Waffle House is closed, you need to seek shelter immediately because something bad is happening. Oh my goodness. So anyway, Stephen B. Have you heard about this most recent drama with Gabe El-Taib and Dave Williams?
Yeah. I didn't want to put my 2 cents in because I wanted to get like the full story of it.
Exactly.
And I don't be like, well, I want to go by what he said because it's something that you did, or I want to go by what he said, and it would just be very confusing.
Yeah, and I said at the onset. And by the way, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. My take on it was, a channel like Well Read, he's a commentator. That's his job to commentate on it. I'm a creator. That's not my job. My job is to make a comic book. That's it. So I don't have a dog in that fight. I don't know who's right. I don't know who's wrong. See, that's what I'm talking about. I love your robot, man.
Thank you.
You've got him down pat. Did you see my page I'm working on?
Yeah, I did.
Going into protective custody.
I still scan these in. I need to, though.
Silhouetted and this mysterious silhouetted figure here. Yeah, see, that's how we do. That's how we do.
Have you seen the new cover, the variant cover I'm making?
Let's see. I think I did see it, but let me see anyway. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, there it is.
And if you turn it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he's running sideways across the skyscraper.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. I'll have to get you to do the backgrounds for my cityscapes. Because I hate drawing them. I don't know if I've made that clear before.
You've made that pretty clear. You also made it clear that that you also prefer to draw trees and forests.
Organic over man-made. I love to draw, paint, anything. My paintings will very rarely have anything man-made in them, a house or a car or anything. Very rare. Because I don't like it. I'm not a draftsman. I don't have that skill set. Now, there are buildings, cars, houses in my books. But I'm here to tell you, when you see those in my book, just know that there was no joy in my soul creating those images for you.
With the kind of city I'm drawing, I have to get more creative because the city is set in modern times, like it's set in today. Mm-hmm. But because it's kind of closed off, well, I wouldn't say closed off, but this kind of is separated from everything else.
Right.
And it's actually, and the city's owned by one person. It's become like 10 years ahead in advance of technology.
Right.
And research.
So, if I were to ask you, Stephen, Batman the Animated Series, in chat, I'm asking you too, what time period was that set in?
From the way it looked and from the way the cars looked, I would say probably. I want to say 50s.
the way they dress, you might want to say 40s, 50s, something like that. But
Yeah.
Batman has a computer. Batman has a jet. And here's my point. My book, let me point something out to you guys real quick. I loved that about Batman the Animated Series. What's he talking on there?
He's talking on a phone.
Yeah, a corded phone.
A corded phone.
Old corded phone. I'm doing the same thing. You're going to see cars from the 60s. Guys wearing zoot suits like it's the 30s, 40s. But you'll see technology also, because I don't want to pin it down to a time period. Plus, I'm a sucker for that stuff, man. I love film noir. I love the old stuff. Casablanca, Maltese Falcon. I'm all in on that stuff.
Yeah.
Hello, Carol. Welcome, welcome. Tree Goblin, always a pleasure to have you here, sir. So, Tree Goblin, TJ was saying that there was a toasty, balmy 53 degrees over in the UK. How about in your part of the island, sir? The unsinkable Great Britain. I don't know why. Is it an old person thing that we talk about the weather? I don't know, because I've been doing it since I was young. Like, one of the things in the military we would do when we were on duty is we would call our hometown weather and time service to see what it was doing in our hometowns, no matter where we were. Hey, Carol, we're just bullshitting about the fact that it's Monday, but I don't care, because I work for me, so every day is the same. I don't have weekends. I don't have Mondays. Yeah, no, listen, let me clarify this, because I know you're being insouciant. I don't quite understand what you said. You love doing backdrops and buildings. It's man-made. Now, mind you, I had another artist friend of mine, Stephen, who said, I love doing settings in the city because it's easy. You just do a bunch of lines with a grid and this, that, and the other. Maybe that's easy to your brain because you have a mathematical brain, a brain that can actually do math. All right. You know how some people, when it comes to numbers, they're just geniuses. Well, when it comes to numbers and math and that kind of thinking, I eat crayons. I'm just saying, that ain't me.
Well, I'm not really the best at math, but the reason why I'm able to do buildings is because I learned how to do perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And in perspective, I would probably have to explain this on my channel, which would be like 2:00.
Okay, 2:00 and Stephen B. Drop your link.
But to put it simply, when you're doing like 1 point perspective, you have lines that's like a web.
Yes.
But you have that one dot that's supposed to be your vanishing point. Right. And depending on where that dot is, that's where everything's going to is going to get smaller and smaller and fade. And eventually, you won't be able to even see anything.
Yes. Well, I mean, I know this. I know how to do it. I'm just not good at it.
Like I said, I'll probably explain this a bit more on my channel.
Yes. Now, organic perspective all day long, like a foreshortened person coming at you, I can do that top of my head. Looking down at a group of people, I can put them in perspective. I can do all that. Thank you, Carol, for throwing Stephen's link. Be sure you tune in later. Give him some. Be right back. Cramp on the toes. Are you typing with your toes, TJ? What the hell? Eat a banana. Get some potassium. Perspective is not hard for me. It is that it's a man-made, geometric, unforgiving shape. Like you can't screw up one little thing or it throws everything off. You know?
Right.
Like, all right, I was doing a car and I laid out my grid, Stephen, and we're looking at the side of the car, not a quarter view, but maybe just a little bit of perspective, had my vanishing points there. And when I used it, the car looked yonky. So then I got rid of the grid and I just freehanded it the way it would actually look to me, and it looked better. So that's what I mean when I say it just, for whatever reason, no. I got sent when I was working for Pocket Change Comics in the 90s, the writer sent me the script and it said splash page. The main character was Assassinette the Mindstalker. Her name was Lori Braid. Assassinette stands on top of a flagpole looking down at the parking lot filled with cars at an insane asylum, which is very gothic and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, cars, buildings, no. So I literally went to page 2 and just started working. And I did the rest of the book, and I saved the splash page for last. I got to it. I drew Lori, the main character, standing on the flagpole, holding right here, and she's looking down. And I roughed in where shit would go, and I sent it to my inker, Mr. Merle Fager. Merle, if you're out there, God love you. Merle Fager was my inker. He was also an architectural renderer. So I wrote him a note on a Post-it, and I said, please fix this. And I included the description from the script. He nailed it. Perfect. So he was my go-to for that kind of stuff. So if you ever see one of my old comic books out there, God bless you in the first place, because that's some terrible artwork.
I wonder if I can find it.
If you see cars or buildings in my old artwork, just know somebody else did that.
I wonder if I can find those old books on eBay.
There's one that was popular enough, I guess, that it's in circulation. I don't remember what issue it is. I've got an image of it here somewhere. Let me find it. I think it's issue 7. Yeah, there it is. Now I got to remember how to share stuff. Present, share screen, share. There we go. Is that showing up on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's number 7, Assassinette. Now, a couple of things here. First of all, I could always draw women. Just saying. But here, look, Pocket Change Comics was the publisher. Then something called High Quality Comics bought it. They black airbrushed out something right here. I don't know what it was. But also down here, below her fist, is where my signature was, and it has been blurred out.
What?
Yeah. Now, if you find a copy and you order it, you'll see my signature right there. And it's the same signature I'm still using today. So
why did they blur it out?
I don't know. No one was more surprised than me, but there's something that was here. I don't remember what was there, but it's blurred out. And this High Quality Comics was not on here originally. I don't know who the colorist was here, but he screwed up. Like, the lips were supposed to be pink and then her white teeth showing, but he just left the lips white to make them look like teeth, and that's wrong. Also, these metal things on her hips and her shoulders, which I don't know what they are. I didn't design the character. They're gold. And the coloring note said they're gold. He didn't bother to color them. So, but yeah.
Just Carol says they tried to erase you.
I know, right? Talk about canceled. I mean, that's cancellation before there was. Did somebody hate me? I know that the previous artist on that run, I should say I know this. I was told at the time, because he was terrible. He was not a good artist. But I was told that he resented my replacing him. And he resented it more when that issue, that's where I started, was issue 7. I pissed somebody off, was their best-selling issue. And I think it's just because of the cover. I did a better cover than he did. And that was what I was told at the time. I don't know if that's true. I don't even know who the previous artist was. I can't remember. I can barely remember the publisher's name. but I do remember. Bob Dixon, if you're out there, you still owe me money and you owe me my pages. Okay, just saying. I never forget. But yeah, I pissed somebody off. No joke, man. Fucking blurred my name out. Why would you do that? Other than
that makes no sense at all.
I'll look it up and see if I can find one with my signature on there just to compare.
What's the name of the book again?
Assassinate the Mindstalker. Let's see. Yeah, there it is with my signature. Let me capture this one. Save image as. Desktop. All right. Close that. Shrink this. Close that. Close that. All right. Now, come back over here and share. All right, boom. There it is. All right. Now, apparently what was blurred out right here is nothing. There's nothing there to be blurred out. But if you look right there.
There's your...
That's my signature. And it says 91, I think, was the year. And then the inker's initials are right here. I mean, I know they're blurry and hard to see, but there they are. Versus the other one where they were just blurred out. So yeah, I was canceled. How are the toes, TJ? Eat a banana, for God's sakes, and stop typing with your toes. I mean, seriously, I may contact the seller of that one that's blurred out and just ask, why did you blur out the artist's name? Why would you do that? Matter of fact, make a note of that, Stephen. Remind me later to do that, will you?
I will.
There it is. Was I, ladies and gentlemen, the first comic book creator to be canceled? Was I? Do I actually have that cred? Oh my gosh. Hey, Stephen, can you hold on the fort? Let me go refill my coffee.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Tell them that joke you know.
I don't know a joke. That's a joke. So how's everyone doing today? Way to put you on the spot, yeah? I'm doing all right. Just trying to get these pages done. I was already working on one of them. The cramp is gone, but so has the dog. How many pages do you have left? I would say, well, I'm on page 20 now, so I would say probably 30 or 40 more pages. And this is for Rev.
All right. Thank you, Stephen. So there's a story there, TJ. The cramp has gone, but so has the dog. There's a story there. Connect the dots for me. Shadowhawk, good to see you, bro. Pop in here if you are able. Yeah, see, Carol picked up on it too. The dog made your toes cramp, and TJ says, yes, he was lying on them. Okay. I have myself, Stephen, for issue 1 of Pariah, I think 12 pages to go with the edit. Now, I'm stoked about that. There's already 22 pages with Anthony, and we're doing the lettering and the scripting together. I'm doing the scripting. He's lettering for me because I don't have a computer to do that shit. I am so stoked to see my words go onto the page. I mean, that's where it all comes together, Stephen, isn't it?
When I first got the first issue of Crimson Legends, and I was actually holding it in my hand, I couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah. Thanks, Carol. I was going to say something when I came in here, and I forgot what it was. Damn it, Bobby.
And I finally got the correct printed books, and now I'm waiting for the trading cards, which I did a rush order on.
Yeah, I'm doing a pinup for Artifice, Carol. So if you're the one doing the coloring, you might end up coloring one of mine because I do not color. Maybe next year after. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Before I forget, you guys, I've already announced this, so it's not breaking news. But if you haven't heard, in breaking Pariah down into 3 books, I decided each chapter would have a different name. So the first one is Pariah Blood and Mud. The next one is going to be Pariah Sanctum of Hate. The third one is Pariah, and I'm not telling you because it's a spoiler. You're just not sure if they're going to take you on. Oh, cool.
So do you want to hear the plan I have after I hit 5 issues with Crimson Legends?
Well, now, Stephen, I think I can honestly say you know the answer to that question. Of course I want to know.
Well, all right. Everyone's gonna find out is gonna find out what's gonna happen sooner or later. So, and I've pretty much already mentioned this multiple times. On a few other issues, the story is gonna go to the lost city of Atlantis.
If you impressed Dillard, you did good, Carol. Because Dillard, I'll say it again. Stephen B is the hardest working man in comics, in independent comics. But Dillard may be the best of us. I'm just saying. I know I'm a good artist. And Dillard blows me away. Just saying.
But after five pages, well, not 5 pages. After 5 books. After 5 books, I'm going to put them all together into one graphic novel and call it Crimson Legends Volume 1, The Journey to Atlantis. Nice.
All right, so that would lead us to believe that there will be a Volume 2 of another 5 issues.
Well, the story is going to go across 50 issues. So
yeah, I remember you telling me this. Like, holy cow, you'll be 40 years old, or next year. The way you work, hell, I don't know.
And well, I'm not just working on Crimson Legends. I'm also working on Rev.
Yeah. Now, don't get all ADD and forget the one thing to do the other. I've seen a lot of artists do that shit. Focus.
Well, right now, what I'm doing is I'm writing the 3rd issue while I'm working on the pages for the first Rev.
Okay. All right. Like, I mean, it was good money when I needed it. Rex hired me to do that 10-page story for his book, Bog, and I loved doing it, so I took time out and did it. But I sent an update out to my sign-ups saying, this is what's going on, so I'm going to take time to do this. Now, Rex has contacted me about doing another bog story, which I told him I'm all in. I'll draw swamp monsters all day long, baby. You're not scaring me. But that, of course, it would be after my campaign launches for Pariah, so I could devote the time to it.
They didn't know I was coloring a page. I picked a random one and used it for practice, and I was scared to show them.
Well, fantastic. Yeah, okay, Fanta, you don't have to rub it in, okay? I already said he's the best of us. This is where you say, well, Doc is an amazing artist. Fuck, man. Where's the love for the original Soul Biscuit? Damn. No, I'm kidding. I like to give props to artists where props are due. And when I first met Dillard months ago and saw his art, I was like, holy cow, this guy is good. All right, Eric gave me 3 pages to practice coloring. Mark Sunger gave me a page, and now Rich gave me a page to practice. Trying to build my portfolio so someone might throw me a bone and hire me. Well, there you go. All right, you have the best voice, though, says TJ. Best. Thank you, TJ. Thank you. I do work on the voice. I catch myself speaking in my everyday chatter voice, which comes out a little bit through the nose. My chest voice, which is supposed to be your natural speaking voice. Mine is much more baritone. A counseling friend of mine said, you're very basso profundo today. I was like, thank you. I had no idea what that meant. I had to go look it up. Dillard was my first friend at CG. He's mine. Get your own, Dillard. Fanta says, I'm getting nervous. I still haven't finished my trading card for Rex. Well, you better get on the ball, Fanta. Just saying, and I want to see it too. I love watching people create stuff.
Another thing I'm trying to work on is I'm trying to get some stuff for the Second Chance campaign, like T-shirts and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But one thing I'm trying to find is I'm trying to find a website that can make custom mugs. Coffee mugs.
Because I'll get one.
For my logo and the characters.
I was just going to say, if you do a ball cap with a bowl cat logo on it.
That's what I want to do too. But
I will buy them. I will. Look, this is Chugabugs, okay? He has a YouTube channel. You see I bought his. I will buy yours.
I'm also trying to find a place that makes baseball caps, but right now, for some reason I can't find one.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. My next door neighbor out that window right there in front of me, she does the mugs and the transfer printing and all that stuff. So I will probably get her to do some coffee mugs for me for Pariah with just the logo. Let me pull that logo up. If you don't know by now, Doc is the bee's knees, the coolest of beans, my favorite doctor of charisma on the interwebs. I mean it all. Carol, don't you be vicious. Let me see if I can find that logomentation. You like that word? Logo.
I think I found like one site that does T-shirts.
Uh-huh.
But, all right. In your opinion, should I put the covers on the T-shirts, or should I make like a separate drawing to put on the shirts?
Do something separate. You want something kind of unique.
Gotcha.
So that your buyer actually gets something standalone is how I feel. So yeah, here's the logo. That's, of course, the background will be black, but I'm going to have that on ball caps and on coffee mugs.
I actually found out that the same site actually I could put my logo on the shoulder.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I'm going to ask for.
You guys are cracking me up.
The thing is, all of this is going to be expensive.
I know, right? Anthony's over there, man. He's, we're going through the campaign notes, and he's like, all right, we're going to set the goal at this. Here's stretch goal number 1, stretch goal number 2. And he gets up to, the mid 5 digits on stretch goals. And I'm like, bro, are you serious right now? I don't, I like my book, but if it goes to $50,000, then, I may regret my life choices and having left comics back in the 90s. All this love, Flannery. Can you feel the love tonight?
After doing 2 campaigns, I learned one of my mistakes, and that is having the campaign be flexible. Instead of doing flexible, I'm just going to do fixed.
Tell me why that was a mistake.
Huh?
Tell me why flex is a mistake.
Well, I learned from listening to some people that they feel like that it doesn't put that much trust into them. Sorry, my stuttering's getting in the way again.
No.
I learned that
backers.
Yeah, I learned that people who back, it doesn't give them that much confidence about the campaign.
Oh, see, I've heard the same thing. Anthony said the same thing.
So if the campaign was set to a fixed amount, then because all right. So the difference between a fixed campaign and a flexible campaign is that with the flexible campaign, whether it makes it or not, the campaigner is still going to get the money.
Right.
And I'm not sure if you all know. Everybody loves it.
Everybody hates arms.
But I lost my train of thought there.
No worries. The difference between a flex and a fixed, boys and girls, is that a fixed goal says it's all or nothing. I either hit this amount and publish the book, or I don't hit that amount and nothing happens. A flex goal says that if you back a campaign, even if it doesn't hit its goal, the people that back it are still going to get their product. But what Stephen's saying is people that see a flex goal don't have a lot of confidence in the producer of the book because it says, I'm not even confident enough to put a hard target up there. And a lot of people in the past have done flex goals, gotten their money, and then discovered it really wasn't worth their time. And so they just kept the money and didn't produce the book.
Right.
It happens.
But if you know me, which I think
we do,
most everyone in this, hopefully everyone in the chat knows me.
Yes, we do.
You're gonna get your books.
Yeah.
They're right here, ready, and they're waiting for the training cards.
Are those rubber bands?
Yes, they are rubber bands. But don't worry,
rubber bands off of it. It's going to crease the covers.
It's on backing boards.
Okay, all right.
Don't worry about the rubber bands, and plus they're not even that tight. They're sort of keep them together.
I would put mine in a box. Anyway, people that know me know I have said from day one, I ain't launching a single campaign. I will not ask for a dime until everything I can possibly do to make the book happen has already been done. So there. I'm
not launching another campaign until those have left in my hands and are in everyone else's hands.
There you go. There you go. Where you at on fulfillment?
Fulfillment?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I already got the books. Now I just need to get the training cards, which hopefully soon. Before I was hoping they'll be here before Christmas.
Mm-hmm. You had to send back for a reprint, right?
I'm sorry, what?
You had to send back for a reprint, right? You had to do that for print run.
I had to. The first set of books got a little bit messed up.
Yeah,
and it's due to my part because I forgot to show the text on the last page.
Right.
Which I'm gonna sell those too on the second chance campaign.
The boo boo bloopers.
And I guess I'll call them the editor's mistakes.
Call it the blooper reel.
The blooper reel.
Yeah, bloopers. Bloopers are a thing. Listen, okay, Carol, here's a comment on that. I really think that you should also back Crypts and Legends, but I know you should back Pariah Blood and Mud when it comes out. Just saying. You talk about a good read. I promise you the story is well worth it. I lost Stephen there. He went off into space. You see him?
No, I was checking the time on my streamer thing.
Oh, when do you go live? What time?
About like 12 minutes.
12 minutes. All right. Well, I'll come over there when I get done.
All right. And I'll talk about this a little bit more on my channel.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come over there and I'll hang with you for a little bit. My wife gets home in about 45, 50 minutes, and I take care of her when she comes in. She is the queen of this castle, so I treat her that way. Don't tell Dylan, but when I got his book, one of the pages fell right out. I don't even know what to say to that. That's obviously not his fault. But it is what it is. Yeah, I want that Bold Cat logo on my on a ball cap or a mug.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find a company that would do that. Though the thing is, I don't know what kind of hat because I'm kind of looking around for reference. And yeah, I could put on a ball cap.
Yeah.
Ball cap, bold cat. Anyway, but I don't know what kind of ball cap.
Yeah. Well, let me make this suggestion to you. Carol says the trucker hat. Yeah. Talk to Anthony at Dark Gift and talk to Tanner. What is Tanner's company? I forget the name of it. Starts with an A.
Apothic Press?
Yeah, Apothic Press. Talk to those guys. They're publishers. They'll have some insight on that. And also Max at Atrocity Press. Give them a holla. They'll help you. They're nice people. They will.
Yeah.
They'll bend over backwards to help you. All right, Stephen, go get set up for your show. What are you drawing today?
I'm going to draw Power Max's character because it said on last stream that I am going to draw his character on another stream.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw that real quick, and then I'm going to go back to a Rev page.
All right. Drop your link and get out of here. Go get your show set up. When I wrap up here, I'll come over there. All right. Not everyone looks good in a hat, but everyone looks good in a beanie. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you must remember this. This fedora is too small. I need a bigger one. But I found that one in an antique store, and it was made. Wait, Carol says, no, wait. Do a cowboy hat. Those things are expensive. yeah, everybody be sure you go over and check out Stephen B's live stream. Hang out with him. Wonderful guy. Love to do a pirate hat. Of course you would say that, Carol. Beanies. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up because I do not want to step on Stephen's show. I try not to do that to anybody, but again, you got to stream when you can. Hey Max, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. I just told Stephen B to reach out to you about ball caps. That you might have a lead on that stuff. So, but anyway. I am going to wrap it up. Stephen B is launching here in just a couple of minutes for his live draw stream, and I don't want to step on Buddy. So I'm going to sign out, but before I do, I'm wondering, could I persuade you, if you have not done so, to go sign up for Pariah Blood and Mud?
Doesn't matter what you say or the action that you take. This is done without your will for the problems that you made. You're the knight of the just house of Aragorn legions all around you. Just the things you cannot change and the darkness that's inside you.
Yeah, baby. And if you stuck around for the commercial, God bless you. And also, if you're into it and you want to enjoy a good conversation and a good time, tune in Saturday mornings, 10 o'clock for Doc's Coffee Shop.
And here we go.
Honeycomb's big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not small. No, no, no.
Kiss my entire ass.
Oh, my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
I'm gonna get a cappuccino soon. I'm gonna strangle somebody.
You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Listen to me very carefully, because I'm only going to say this once. Coffee. Black.
This town needs an enema.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. God bless. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the other side.